this is Ahmed from the channel called Al-Mubarmigangi, and I hope everyone is okay. So the last tutorial or something that I made myself, it was like 2 years ago. Now I'm trying to get back and work again. So what I'm trying to do is, this Daily Interview Pro. This is a website that I have just subscribed to it, and it sends like on a daily basis, it sends interview questions, and I'm just interested in solving them, and I thought it's gonna be a good thing if I try to do it in a video, like we think together and figure out how to solve these problems. The first one what I'm going to have in a video is this one. It's called the number k largest element in a list. It's kinda, it just says this problem was asked by Facebook. It says, given a list, find the number k largest element in this list, and it's given us an example. It says input list equals this list and k is number 3, so we have to get the largest third number. So our largest here is 8, then it's 6, then it's 5, so output should be 5. It of course has a premium subscription to it, but I'm just going with the plain one. And to try to solve this problem, there are a lot of approaches, but always our first approach to think of is the brute force, or what we call the linear approach, that you are going to every element step by step. Like we're gonna just say 3, 5, 8, 4, 6, 8, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6, 8, and then we're gonna go through it. And this is the first approach. It doesn't necessarily be the optimal solution, but it can solve it. If it can't solve it, then we can move to another one and better one. Let's try this one. Actually, I'm using dartpad.outlang.org to solve this problem, not using Python or C++ or Java or anything we used to use in solving problems, because Dart is a kind of new language, and it's kind of cool, better and faster than what we used to. Like, it has less constraints like C++ and Java, but it's kind of good, and I like it. This is the first reason, and the second reason is I'm trying to learn Flutter these days, so I'm trying to أضرب عصفورين بحجر, as we say in Arabic, like have two goals with just one. Never mind. Let's go to work. So it's just like C++, just void main. You don't have to have a class for your main function, and we're going to have our input here. Of course, it doesn't have and yeah, we can make them some dynamic things. Like, you don't have to say it is list of int. It can normally know that it is, so we can just say var, and it will detect it and say it is a list of ints. And yes, Dart doesn't have this an array, something called array. It doesn't have it. So let's start with what they give us. This is yeah. So now we are just going to print the output that we get from our custom max method, and we're gonna send to it our list and k, and that's it. But first we have to implement this method, and this method is just gonna print like 5, as it's required to supposed to be. So it's gonna return just int. So we can say int custom max and say it's gonna take our list of ints, and we're just gonna call it a for be quick, and in k. But something cool about Flutter is we don't have to use that if you don't want to. It's gonna know it dynamically, you know. So the brute force is the easiest way to think of, but it's also it takes a lot of time and a lot of processing. So to use that, we're gonna have to need an integer called max. We're gonna need another one, but let's not try to do it now. So to get the third max, we have to get first the first max, then the second max, then we have our third. So this is called our case. So we are going to keep it j, and j equals 0, and j is less than k, just k, and j plus plus. Let's use this. And here we are going to make, of course, max will equal to something that is always gonna be less than our array, and our array is integers positive, so let's make it 0 or -1. And then we are going to start our brute force, so apply it now, and it's gonna be from I that equals to 0 and I less than or equal to a dot length. And of course length is just a property, it's not a method, so it's not gonna be more than any like our linear, it's not gonna affect our linear approach. And just I plus plus, and let's get here and ask ourselves like, what will make max a max number? It has to, if our array that we are sending is greater than our max, then our max should be equals to that array. And we have to now remove this element, which is gonna be 8. We don't have to read it now, so we have to make it equal to something else. So after this loop ends, it gets to the end of it, I want to make 8 like equals to -1. But if I come here and say a of I, it's just gonna say I don't know what I is, undefined name. So I need to put this I into something. So I'm gonna need to make another integer, which is gonna be int index, and I'm gonna give it the same value, which is -1. And here we are gonna use this index to be equal to this I, and here we can do whatever we want now, and let's make it equals to -1, so that we don't see this 8 anymore as an maximum of this array. I hope I'm making sense. Since this is my first video in a while and first video in English, so I suspected it to be like this piece of crap, so it's okay. So it seems good. Let's just try to return max and see what happens. I hope it works, and it doesn't. It prints 6. I don't know why, but let's try to figure out. 6, 4, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, okay. 4 and J less than K. Yes, because we didn't, this one isn't involved in here, so this array, this loop ends before it, Now we can run it, and yes, it works. Our output is 5 like this one. Well, this approach now it works. This linear approach, this brute force method, but if we try to analyze it, it's gonna be n squared if we are looking to minimum number. Like if we are trying to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we try to look for the 6 max number, which is the smallest number, this is our worst case, and it's gonna be big O of n squared. And this is not really cool, so we have to try and think of another approach if it's gonna be better than our n squared. So I have thought of another approach, another algorithm. Let's discuss it. This is it. Let's try to remove our custom method and post this one. Yeah, custom maxes, not just max. What I'm trying to do here is I'm not trying to go through our array twice. I'm just trying to go through it just once. And it says like we have to our 3 maxes. Then also I'm gonna make an array of size k, of size 3, and I'm gonna put all the maxes in it. That's gonna make me just walk through this this array just once, which means that my approach is going to be just big O of n, which is so cool. If we look at it, like we have our method, okay, so we are gonna make a fixed array, fixed size list, and I'm just gonna make it all equals to -1. So I'm gonna use a built-in method called fill range, and of course just in O of n, big O of n. Then I'm gonna use my not nested loop, just the plain loop, and we are going to apply what we applied the first time. If a of I is greater than max of I modulus k. I modulus k means that however this I gets to, if it's like 10 or 20 or 100, I'm just gonna stay in the interval of my list, which is just k, because we are taking the modulus. I hope you know what this means. So anyways, if it's equals to it, I'm gonna just say let's put it in our max array, and when we return our max, it's gonna print our 3 big elements, our 3 maximum elements. Then we can of course just address like or we can just say maxes of 2, and it's gonna work the same way. So if you try it, okay, yeah, O of n, that's not cool, and let's just print our 3 elements to see what happens here. And it says 4, 6, and 8, and 4 isn't our 3rd maximum number, it's our 4th. So we did the 5 went, where if we get a better look, we are gonna see that our 8 got here, then our 6, then when we arrived at 5, it was comparing to 6, and of course 6 is not less than 5, so this condition went false, so 5 wasn't added to the this array. So my second approach, my second algorithm doesn't work. Where to try to fix it, we can apply something like very easy, but it's not that easy. It is that we are going to sort this array. And to sort this array, we are saying that we are no longer in the range of big O of n. We are gonna be like something more. And our sorting algorithms are, in their worst cases, the easiest thing here is, well, there is something here in of nk, which sounds promising. So if you apply it, or apply this one, counting sort or radix sort, then we are going to stay in O of n, which is cool. But most cases we are in either n squared or n log n. And I'm not really familiar with these two sorting algorithms, but I'm gonna look them up after this video ends. But if you apply this sorting algorithm to them, then we won't, I mean, if you have a sorting algorithm that is not n squared and it's not n log n and just n k, then you can just do like, come here and say list dot sort, and then call the number k of it, and this is your solution. You don't have to do all of that, which is really interesting. And I hope this wasn't as bad as it sounds right now, but maybe I can make another video of the same problem, or I'm just gonna move on and make another problems and solve them. So thank you for Daily Interview Pro, and thank you for watching, and I hope you are okay.